Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Tariq, Molly, hey.
Hey,
Pop might not have told us the truth.
yeah,
He's been
oh
hiding
boy.
something.
He's been telling the half-truth. Much like, well, no, she's a full slug. I was gonna say, like, she's a half-breed, but no, she's full slug.
I don't know. Amelia's 100% slug, you know. She got the antennas and everything.
Yeah.
Boy, hey, look, I was amazed that in this universe, the military does not take away children from alien parents, you know?
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't, they didn't even, like...
I don't understand how they had that kid. Like, one, why did you bring it with you? Or two, did you give birth to it in that cell?
Oh, boy, hey, as the last episode shows, boy, hey, apparently slug people's pregnancy progression way faster than Earth human pregnancy progression.
I mean, it's also just they're bad at taking care of their children. I think that's the other thing. You took your slug baby with you to, go look for materials to go find stuff, and I gotta tell you, and not to just, like, throw this on gender norms or anything, but it's at least one parent should probably stay back and take care of the baby.
Either of you parents got siblings. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody, anybody.
And one of them
do you have parents, or are your parents dead?
Yeah, usually in, like, when there's hunter-gatherers, like, in a society, one half of the parental unit stays home to take care of the children, or that's why we made schools and daycares and shit, so we could take care of a bunch of them, and then let everybody else go out to do it.
Look, there could be a daycare if your planet is uninhabitable because your previous generation made it uninhabitable by creating weapons of mass destruction, you know, right?
Okay,
I want to ask Ion what his preschool experience was like.
Bad. He had to grow up in the mean streets of Slug, Chicago.
That's just deceptive.
You're right. It could have been Slug, Baltimore.
We found him in the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, so Slug, Atlantic City.
Oh, do you think there's SLUG-WIRE? Do you think that was the #1 hit show on Rapcon? SLUG-WIRE?
I mean, I think it was probably Breaking Slug.
Oh boy. Are we just imagining that Rapcon is exactly like Earth? Except they just put the slug in front of everything?
Yeah, no, that's why, that's what I've been saying, is just, once again, with what's learned in this episode, you can't trust these crazy white slug bitches. They're just gonna get you into trouble and try to start killing things.
Boy, so I like how, hey look, it's Power Rangers Dino Fury, Season 2, Episode 21. The truth, alright?
Yeah, finally the truth. The truth has come to light.
The truth will set you free, you know, right?
Yeah, free from this fucking hell. This is an episode that, it's not even like it should have happened sooner. But it just feels like they definitely had... I think that they knew that they had this. They had this idea in their head to be a big reveal.
Right.
But they spent so much time doing other shit that didn't really fucking matter.
No, what
they
do
wanted
you
us
mean?
to like the characters first.
Yeah, but they did a bad job at it.
Or what, you don't like Ollie? You don't like Ion?
Yeah. Izzy's questionable, even. Like, I mean, just as a likable character. Like, sometimes she's cool. Look, she redeemed herself by telling Fern about what's going on. But she's been teetering on the edge of joining Team Asshole. Like, in my opinion. But, like, there weren't... Like, it's something that, in retrospect, right? All of Void Queen's references to calling herself mom, like, being like, I'm your mother and you're my children, blah, 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 makes it seem way more deliberate and make her seem more like an unhinged, like, like, woman that lost her child in, like, postnatal, like, fatality, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not... None of the... It was I agree with you, girlfriend Molly, that like they were trying to make us like the characters, but they didn't tell us enough about what was going on with Void King
About
and
why we
Queen,
should
like
like them.
yeah, and why they're the way that they are. It was just left to loose, broad stuff.
And
like-
what do you mean the hints? They were giving us hints the entire time, right?
I mean-
Void Queen just like to be referred to as a mother, right?
Yes, and also she wants to get revenge on the humans, and we're in this place called Area 62 for no reason, and it's like the issue I have with certain... I don't know how to describe it. Maybe there's a better way to describe it for people that are better studied in, like, storytelling. But this is like if you had Chekhov's gun show up in the first page, and then it was never shown again.
Never
Barely brought up. Like, and then it gets, like, fired in the final act. Like, this is the equivalent of, like...
I mean, that would technically be a Chekhov's gun.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just
When
saying,
you're
it's
a bad use of Chekhov's gun.
It's a bad
gun,
Chekhov's gun, yeah. I guess
right?
it's
that
like...
You should never do that when using Chekhov's gun as a literary device, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like what happened in the fucking... Hey, have you seen the movie Prey yet, by the way?
No, the Predator prequel thing?
Yeah, that's
no, I haven't.
during early colonial American
yeah,
times,
Native
right?
American...
Right,
yeah,
so
stuff,
there's a bad scene at the start of the movie where the character is walking on her track, right? Like, hey, look at me, I'm in the forest. Like, she come across like a mud bank, like, oh man, it would be, I can't believe I fell into this mud bank. How silly of me, a 20-year-old hunter who lives in this area. I can't believe I fell into this mud bank, right?
Yeah,
and then
it sure would suck if...
Yeah, right? And then, so she does that, and then that's never brought up until literally the last act when she's fighting the Predator, right? It's like, oh, fucking idiot, you fell into the mud bank.
Yeah, fall into my bottomless trap hole.
Right?
You activated my trap card. Yeah,
yes.
I guess it's also... It's something that I feel like I experience a lot with anime, where I'm sitting there watching it week by week, getting frustrated and going like, what is happening? Why is this even like this? And then they try to explain it all in the last, like, episode and be like, well, actually, it was all God's plan. And I've been having my machinations this entire time. And you go, sure, fuck it, whatever, I hate you. Like, you're a terrible person and a terrible villain. This is dumb. But anyway, hey, young Pop Pop is an entirely different man. That's an entirely different actor.
With an entirely different accent.
Yeah. Still trying to play off, like,
look, when you're
New
old,
York Jew?
I almost thought for a second they just color dyed Pop Pop's like beard for this scene.
Yeah, no, then you look at him and it's like, that's just an entirely different, slightly younger old guy.
I think it's the best they got, right?
I just think it's funny because it's like,
look, it's like in fucking in Men in Black 3 when they made
they made
Josh Brolin. Was it?
Yeah, Josh Brolin was young Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, look, it's like that, right? Look, it's just Josh Brolin,
You know how you look like Tommy Lee Jones when you're older, but you look like Thanos when you're younger.
Yeah.
Just batshit crazy. But anyway.
So can Rafcon babies be just raised like normal Earth babies?
Apparently.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
If not, then...
I mean...
know. But, like,
well, oh man.
Apparently.
So, do you think that slug babies drink slug milk? Like...
She doesn't. She didn't have slug parents.
I'm just saying, well, she probably did at first. But, like, do you think that Pop-Pop gave her regular human formula? Or did he, like...
Yes.
Did he find, like, some decaying, like, toadstools and, like, other things that, like, slugs like to... Because slugs are... They're decomposers. I'm just saying, on the food tree.
But do you think it was a trial and error with Pop-Pop, right? He's like...
Oh, yeah, it was definitely... It was like... Because it probably... Even if he did eventually figure out to just use regular people formula... Because we've seen that slug people can eat normal food.
Yeah.
Pop-Pop probably tried to feed her dirt before. He probably
fucked up.
he looked at this slug child because also take it from his experience, like his point of view.
It didn't look like a slug.
I'm just saying the child had slug. Didn't she have slug?
No.
Oh
No. To be fair, did Pop-Up even know that they were slug people?
no, that's
Well,
true.
Right,
He said they were aliens.
Right?
And then when Amelia grew her fucking antennae.
Boy,
like,
hey,
yeah,
I
you
like
look-
how she just forced it, right? Right,
You
so
look like them. Yeah. So
Right, like
somehow,
did she not go through? I don't know. So we don't know how Rapconian biology works, right?
well,
Clearly-
Ion does mention when they all burst in afterwards and see her with her slug antennae. He's like, "Yeah, it sometimes happens in stressful situations, and it takes a while to happen." And
Sometimes it
kids,
takes a while, sometimes it's stressful.
yeah, kids
Yeah,
tease
good
me
thing-
about it until I had it happen. So I
Good
assume
thing,
it works
that
like
never
getting.
happened before in Amelia's life, you know.
Yeah. So
I
luckily
don't think
she's
she was
never.
ever expecting it to.
I mean, look, boy, there's a lot of. She's a young, white, slug girl. So what does she have to worry about in life?
Mm-hmm.
In New Zealand, America.
Yeah, look. As long as she doesn't look, I bet she'll do real great at the University of Kentucky. Right?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Was that the university that was in the news earlier this week? About?
Are you talking about the affirmative action case stuff?
Was that the one with the white girl that went on a unhinged racist rant?
No, I don't know what you're
Jesus
talking about.
Christ.
I thought you were talking about the Supreme Court case where that white girl that got mad she didn't get into, like, I want to say it was like ASU or University of Texas or something.
Boy,
And
I love how as soon as I Google University of Kentucky,
Oh!
first like,
drunken UK student kicked out of school and banned from campus. Uh-oh. Well, that's Britain.
no, she was in the U.S. and
Oh,
everything.
shit.
Yeah, I think she was here like a student
At the
visa.
University of Kentucky. Wow, that is the whitest bitch I've ever seen. Holy shit. Wait a minute, she was detained? For... Oh, is accused of physically assaulting a black student worker while repeatedly using racial slurs. Well. First and second offenses of public intoxication, third degree assault of a police officer, fourth degree assault, and second degree disorderly conduct. Holy shit.
I will have to look into this later.
Boy, it's ironic. The best part is she was talking about how her parents were rich and she could get away with it, and then people dug into her background. Hey, her parents are literally middle class, right?
Wow.
Like,
She pulled a Kanye West and said that Adidas can't fire me.
Oh, boy,
The
it's
University of
worse.
Kentucky can't kick me out.
Right, she's like, and it was like she doesn't even wear Adidas. That's how bad it when she was talking about it was.
So you're saying that now this white girl from the University of Kentucky, if she is a slug person, those antennae may be popping out now because she's starting to stress.
Boy, these slug antennas are keep getting more freakier the longer you look at them.
Oh yeah, I realized looking at Ion's, and I guess I'm seeing it now with Amelia's too. Ah, fuck, I'm seeing with Zato too. They break through their hair.
Yeah.
Like,
It's such a weird choice for them to put like they put at the top of their forehead where it's coming out of, right?
yeah, but then
Right,
it
I
bends
think they-
back instead of
Right,
being
like
because
if
I guess they were.
it, right? I don't know if it was because I think it was because of Zato and Ion's actor, right? Of
Yeah.
them being black actors, right? With their hair, right? They didn't know how to approach it, right?
Well,
like, they
the
couldn't
thing
hide
is, like,
the slug
they-
effect in the hair.
Well, they
right?
gave Ion that weird pineapple fucking haircut, which I feel like was only there because they needed it to be like short enough to like have the fucking antenna stick out.
protrude out,
But it's
right?
like-
it's just weird.
Yeah.
Right, I feel like they could have just had these protrude from like topper close to their head instead of like all the way like near the tip. Like,
Yeah, it just
sure.
feels like it.
Sorry.
No. It just feels weird. It's
I was
just
gonna
weird.
say, so does everyone have the, like, instead of having the general, like, weather condition alert or amber alert, you get
Buzz
Buzz
blast?
Blast alert?
Yeah, is Buzz Blast
Everyone
is.
signed up for it, like, you don't get to ask option, nope, it's just there.
I've got to say,
Because all
if
their phones went off at the same time,
Yeah.
much like critical alerts.
Yeah, I don't care. Man, last week when I was in the Dallas airport coming back from a work thing, I was sitting there and a fucking Amber Alert went off, and I immediately, like, because I had my headphones on, so it was screaming in my ears, so I immediately went, oh shit, turn that off. And as I, like, stopped that, I popped up, and I opened up, and I heard, like, 30 some odd different, like, phones also going off all at the same time, and it was a cacophony of buzzing in the airport, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, God.
And look, they want you guys to keep a lookout at the airport, you know, right?
Yeah, keep a lookout. Hold on. I just want to say, the alert, as I remember it, was, again, this is the Dallas airport, was going, hey, a child went missing in San Antonio. Here's an Amber Alert. And I'm like, first of all, I'm in the airport.
When people make it that far.
I mean, if he went that missing...
Or, like, were kidnapped and taken that far. Because probably there's some logic to, if it seems improbable, nobody will check here.
That's right. That's why you always go to the airport first to get out the country, you know, right? That's why they can't catch you if you're out
I'm
of
sure
the country.
San Antonio has its own airport. It's Texas. It's a mini country. I just think it's... Because... Hold on. Alright, you know what?
You're gonna
San Antonio to Dallas, Fort Worth Airport. Anyway, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna figure out whether or not it was even remotely possible for this fucking child. I also don't know if the child got found, but...
Turn the page over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
What you
I found it. It's still in my notifications from last Tuesday.
Okay.
Child abduction in San Antonio, Texas. A prior U-Haul vehicle is no longer suspected in the case. Victim is 13... Victim is... No. Hold on. Let's read the whole thing. Victim is 13-year-old Hispanic female, I'm not going to say the name, who was last seen wearing a dark gray t-shirt, black and pink Nike shorts, and pink and purple slides. I mean, I guess I'll say the name of the suspect just because if they are still looking for this girl, I'll put it out there. Yeah, if you're in the fucking if you're in the San Antonio area, look out for Richard Rodriguez, Hispanic male, is suspect in the abduction. But San Antonio, I'm gonna look this up.
San Antonio have an airport?
All right.
I'm pretty sure it has an airport.
Or at least a private port.
I'm pretty sure it has an airport.
Okay, well, hey, I like how Pop instead of going to a hospital to get checked for bone-breaking injuries, because
for being thrown into a fucking tree.
Nope.
He's like, nah, I'll walk it off. I'll walk it off, you know, right? Look,
Solon
Solon
is a doctor.
Yeah,
Solon
this
may be
cyber dinosaur knows how to take care of my human physiology, you know, right? She knows what's up. She's seen a human skeleton before. She probably ate human to survive before, you know, right?
San Antonio has 3 airports.
Jeez.
That's how big Dallas is. Yeah. Anyway, back to
our favorite
background couple still struggling to, like,
Boy,
you love that plant more than you love me.
There's still a lot of people still in this fucking office. If the city's supposed to be backlit.
This boy's just like, I'm taking the plant, and she's like, leave the fucking plant. What's wrong with you? And he's like, no, I'm taking the plant.
Boy, the mayor has a name now, by the way.
Yeah, the mayor that we've never seen. They're brought up for the first time recently.
They keep giving him names.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But we don't know who he is.
Why have we It's such a weird thing to never to include this character in passing that we've never been introduced to, with presumably no intention to ever actually introduce us to him.
He's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out.
Look, if anything, if you think about it, the mayor came back to town real quick after last episode where Jay said, "Oh yeah, the mayor's out of town," right? And I want to say 2 hours, 3 hours or whatever since this, because this is all within the same day, right?
Yeah.
This is still like nothing has changed. Like within the 2 hours, he heard about the city being invaded by Sporak. He's like, I gotta go back.
He got in his Marrow. He got his Marrowcopter. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, pretty sure that if your local government informs you of disasters occurring, your job is to head the fuck back home to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, he got there fast.
I don't know.
Like 2 hours.
Hold on, you could Ted Cruz it.
Oh, we could go to Cancun.
Go to Cancun.
Supposed to.
Yeah. Also, it's 4 hours between the San Antonio International Airport and the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.
Okay.
So, if they got that kid all the way to Dallas already, they fucked up.
Maybe they didn't, but maybe that's where they're headed, and then after you've seen the Amber Alert, you can find them. I'm just open to the door.
Yeah, look, hey. All I'm saying is, if your city is 4 hours away, I don't need to hear about your Amber Alerts. That's my deal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Void Queen shows up to crash the stream, and she's like, hey, come watch this Dommy Mommy get covered in sticky white goo.
Mm-hmm.
She has weird tiny hands.
Yeah, she's a weird lady. She lifts her skirt up and gets covered in white goo.
Babies!
Oh.
Yeah.
Things fly out of her.
And
I
somehow
like under her dress. It's like
yeah.
Oh. Right.
I
Like,
keep everything too.
Oh.
Oh, there's a secret surprise inside.
Yep.
Look out. Here are all my eggs. All at the same time. It's totally not a sign of a problem.
Or bombs. Or
Yeah.
balloons.
Yeah.
You know, just hide shit up your skirt.
Yeah. Anyway, Void Queen decides that the Buzz Blast office, while it's live streaming, is the perfect place to make her final stand.
You will look at my egg.
Yeah.
Right. Look. You'll watch me. I'll lift up my dress. You know. Right.
Yeah. And get covered in sticky white string.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lit.
Right. Look, because Void Queen doesn't know how to operate a camera to actually live stream this herself. She's like, oh yes, I'll go to the best place that has a live stream setup.
Yeah, luckily
Right.
Mucus is there to still manage the fucking tech, I guess, and then get fucking murdered, kill herself by touching the fucking cocoon.
It's the funniest thing ever. I was like, oh, I was wondering what Mucus was gonna happen. She just fucking committed suicide, right?
Well, she didn't even know. She just tapped it and went, oh shit, oh!
Oh,
And then
bad idea.
she got
What's this button do?
Yeah, I joked that she got fucking Marv from Home Alone 2, where he's just electrocuted to the point that you're like seeing his skeleton. But Mucus is just a big old goo person, so she just gets evaporated into dust.
Mm-hmm, right? Just because that's what it's speculated. Like, they didn't know what to do with Mucus's character at this point. Like, let's just kill her. Let's just kill her off right now, right? It's way more work to have her still in the show. You know? Right? Yeah, so hey, look, they get Ollie's mom back from Japan.
Yeah, they take her back. Hey, you gotta come back. We'll pick you up.
Yeah, we can't figure this out ourselves, you know?
Yeah, our cyber dinosaur isn't smart enough.
We couldn't send you this data to your work laptop in Japan, you know, right? But instead, we just need you to come here and look at it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Right? Look at this screen that's further away if you were to look at it from a work computer, you know, right?
Yeah.
I just like the insistence on, like, proper terminology from Ollie of, I don't have a thesis, it's a hypothesis, and I ain't got shit right now.
Oh, that's definitely an Ollie thing. He would definitely say that shit.
Look, people aren't smart enough to understand Rick and Morty, like, energy. Like,
It's like, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a thesis.
Yeah.
You know.
When you cut your girlfriend slack, though, because it's like, oh, you're stupid.
Yeah. Man, their relationship's gonna get weirder now that...
now that they're gonna build a half-breed?
Well, that's just racist. How dare you say that about slug people? Based off of this show...
No, I meant, like, white and Asian.
White slug and Asian.
Now?
Yeah. Also, we don't know that... I don't know that the species are close enough in biology to breed.
I mean, it's...
Listen, I'm sure that... I don't want to say that about Jane Goodall. I'm going to say that I'm sure somebody has tried to sleep with a monkey to see what would happen, and I can tell you for a fact, we've never seen a monkey-human hybrid.
Wouldn't that just be the evolution between monkeys and humans?
I'm just saying, there's Homo sapiens and there's Homo simians. And then there's, I guess, Homo sluggians.
Anyways, Pop-Pop's such a good actor. He should be on Broadway.
Yeah. He's real good at acting like he got his fucking back broken, which, oh wait, he did.
So, once again, probably should be in a hospital. He should. Boy, so I like how he was thrown against a tree.
Yeah, and then ultimately
he was injured. It was like, okay, we'll give him a sling for his arm, right? Like, we never saw his arm get injured, right?
I mean, I'm sure that the arm probably didn't do well either. I feel like all of his bones...
landed on?
Maybe. That makes sense. But I feel like when he hit the tree, it probably was just like all of his bones just whipped around the tree and like slapped against it, and then he landed down full power. So I feel like realistically, he should be like in One Piece level bandages where he just looks like a fucking mummy. Like just
he should probably be paralyzed from the waist down, in my opinion.
Oh, I think he should be dead. Full-blown dead.
That's okay, he's gonna be dead pretty soon.
Yeah. Like, old people don't have good circulation anyway. Like, that shit would have blood clotted like crazy. The internal injuries alone, fuck. He'd been bleeding.
Remember. Sola gave him Gatorade, you know?
Yeah, she was like, hey, his internal injuries are pretty bad. Drink this fucking... Fuck.
Now it's neon colored, now it's red. Next time it will be purple.
It's battery acid is pretty close.
Look, this is natural. This is natural medicine. You know, your human modern science cannot comprehend.
Yeah, there's homeopathic medicine that kind of looks like the ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh man, but yeah. Anyway, apparently they had a big fucking safe out in Area 62 that the janitor just saw all the time, which seems like an incredible security flaw.
I mean, probably
and he just goes,
janitor here, you have to
right. I like how so I understand radiation is an issue after, because I like how at no point after they never investigate like it's like Chernobyl, right? Chernobyl, you cannot go there, right? Without
but it's more of a conspiracy thing, because remember they did have that one episode where they had Pop go out to Area 62, right? Mm-hmm. And then, for a buzz blast, and he had a radiation suit, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm scared. I don't want."
Like the last, how old is Amelia? She's what, 20?
Let's say she's 22.
Right. So after a catastrophe like this, like the government or whatever, never said, "Hey, should we go back and check out that?" We left a lot of incriminating evidence back there, you know, right?
Well,
and we have hazmat suits and everything. We right.
That's my biggest issue, right? So initially we're told
that Pop-Up made it sound like it was done in the 40s or 30s or something.
Well,
50s, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, 20 years, I could believe younger old man becomes Pop-Up old man. But
right?
It's more. My issue is more.
The series was it was done way earlier, to the point where it's an actual abandoned. Super abandoned, like this is still a.
I mean, yeah. It feels like it's supposed to be about Chernobyl age, sort of thing. But the thing is, we still don't know why the base exploded, right? Initially the whole thing was they were lost during a fire, quote unquote, lost in big quotes, right? Then we actually see it, and it's okay, I understand. It was a half-truth. I mean, they were lost in a fire, but it was a fire because the fucking military facility that was imprisoning them fucking burst into flames and was exploding. But we never get an answer as to why that was happening. Mm-hmm. And, it's just on fire one day, and everybody's running away.
Yeah. And then the government never realized, hey, we have 2 alien specimens. Should we go back there and get their
But
bodies?
My point is, if it was, if it truly was supposed to be nuclear radiation, that's okay, were they hit by a nuke? Did they, was there, a nuclear reactor, meltdown thing? There's a lot to be left, open on that, to just, it all of a sudden, saying that it's radioactive is, not explained enough. They're oh, it's radioactive. How do you know that? Why do you think it's radioactive? Because you don't know. Because we don't have any proof of why the base exploded. If you're telling me it's a fucking nuclear reactor meltdown, sure. But that's not what we saw. All we've seen is just, everything's on fire, run away, take my baby, And then it's like, and it's like, oh, also...
only keep one copy of every document, you know, right?
Like, the radiation feels like it was like, okay, so, there was a fire, everybody had to leave. The fire started in the room where we keep all the plutonium. And that set everything off. That was the problem. Like, oops. Fucking...
I'm pretty sure they just said that there was radiation to keep people from going near it.
Well, yeah, I know. It's just if, again, if Austin's saying, like, why didn't the government, like, go in to, like, check it? It's like, well, clearly it was a lie. Like, that it was actually radioactive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, we still don't know what the fuck that, like, was, and why people believe that it was radioactive, like, truly. Like, what they did to convince them. Which, I don't know, man. If this turns out to be, like, a government conspiracy and the final villain is QAnon, I don't know, man.
Oh,
like,
boy, hey, look. We are going to space. Hey, look, it's like...
Oh, the final villain is Xenon, also known as Xenon.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like the fuck. What did Marjorie Taylor Greene said in space? Was it the
Rothschilds and their space laser?
Was it like the Jewish space laser?
Yeah, the Jewish space laser. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
what
satellite.
Marjorie Taylor Greene was right, not about our Earth, but the Power Rangers Earth. You know, right?
Yeah, she was watching Power Rangers as a fucking educational documentary. She's real worried about all these putties showing up in Lord Zed.
Also, I just like how the government kept all their important documents like the shittiest safe possible, right?
Yeah, not just like a regular, like, twist safe.
Not like an action safe, you know? It's so funny. It's like, I like how they have the time to personalize it. Like, oh yeah, hey, look, we gotta put Area 62 on it, you know, right?
Yeah.
We also gotta put the safe out in the open, like not like in general.
Yeah, where the janitor can see it. Again, it's like just in the hallway.
Right? I'm rewatching the scene. It's literally in the middle. It's like at the end of a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like in behind like a place you would put a safe, like behind the teller, you know, in the office, right in the closet. Nope. Fucking leave it out in the public. Not public, in the open, I guess. You know, right? I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm.
Because like it's Pop-Up. He had no understanding of whether or not it was important. He just assumed everything in here was super important.
Maybe that's why they hired Pop-Up, because they went...
He's an idiot.
He's not... Listen. He needs a job. We gotta give him, like...
You know what? You like mops?
We're an equal opportunity workplace. We gotta give him a chance. Right. And then, like, 2 days later, the fucking shit was on fire, and then he stole a baby and memorized for the rest of his life where one safe was. But anyway, Amelia starts walking around and quickly realizes that it's not that radioactive. And then she gets gaslit by Slyther into thinking that
she brings her stupid gun from the first episode.
Yep, because, hey, it's Amelia's gun. Just like I said, when you show a stun net gun in the first episode of your show, you've got to show a stun net gun at the end of your show.
Yeah, look, it all checks out. I like how under her radioactive suit she wore her regular clothing, right?
Yeah,
not proper.
No, I think you naked. I think you do.
No, don't you wear a specialty outfit when you do this stuff?
No, I mean that is the radiation suit. I mean, you could probably layer up more.
Under the radiation.
You could probably layer up more, but like. Usually the radiation suit is...
But you don't wear your tank top and pink jacket like under the radiation suit.
I mean,
right.
My problem is still that, like, Pop-Up went, I've got my radiation suit. If a Power Ranger suit can't survive radiation exposure, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, that seems like bad design.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also, meanwhile, everybody else is fighting Wreckmate, who got real big. He's a sore boy. And then they just decide, you know what, fuck it, let's just beat him with everything all at the same time. Which happens and is a thing. And then Solon is like, oh my god, Amelia's communicator just went dark. Yeah, because it got shot off of her fucking wrist, apparently, with the Slyther's
I don't know why they had. She was hiding this from them, right? And I was like, oh, I feel like this is very important, right, for us to right.
She was waiting until they finished killing Wreckmate.
Yeah,
then you can go do it.
Pour one out for Wreckmate, the best character in the show, right?
Yeah.
He just wanted to make pirate puns and have movie nights.
Listen, as a reasonable Plunder Patrol enjoyer, gotta say, rest in peace, Pirate Boy. That booty will always be remembered.
Don't worry, you get a secret rare this week. Next, whatever.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't need a secret rare if I still had my Blackbeards, but, somebody has them, hasn't given them back.
Oh, hey, look, I'll let you know, that somebody isn't also not playing Plunder Patrol, too, by the way.
Oh, he's never been playing it. It's really annoying. I just want my cards back. It's getting so bad. Wait. I should have done this yesterday. He's out of town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's awesome. Oh, is he? It's also out of town.
Because we saw his mom yesterday. Because she was at the wedding event for our friend.
Okay. I was gonna say we saw her at the airport.
No, but she was there, and I went, "Oh, where's your sons? Because I know there's no Yu-Gi-Oh today." And then she was like, "Well, Austin's in Miami," and I went, "Oh, cool. Yeah, that's so that so he's learning my pain. Have fun." And then I just thought,
you're not here.
He's not here. If he's not here tomorrow night,
you're stopping by.
I may just stop by their house and pick up some stuff.
All right, without naming location, what is your relative distance to Austin? Right.
I mean, from here it's 15. From our house, it's 15 minutes. From where, also, his house is along the way if we're driving back from work. The problem is tomorrow I have to actually do an election. Hey, shout out to the Department of Corrections, Fraternity of Police. I get to go to a jail tomorrow, and it's not my fault.
I'm pretty sure that we clarified it's just the area. It's not literally...
I still don't know that it's not... It says, according to the address, it says correctional facility. I don't know that it's...
Do you want to wear my pants?
No.
Wear some pants.
Yes, because the thing that I should do, a slug person in D.C. going to a correctional facility is dress like an inmate.
Preemptively dress like you're supposed to.
That seems like a good idea and a great way to not be let back out of the correctional facility. Even though I'm there, even though I will show up with a laptop, like a printer, a bunch of printer cartridges, all of these materials for an election, I'm still not leaving there because they're gonna hold me for no fucking reason. Oh, fuck. Point is, hey, shout out if the other Austin still isn't home by the time I finish that shit tomorrow, I may just swing on by and do a raid. I might do a quick raid, Shadow Legends.
Yeah, look, and if Austin's that back by Thursday, you can take the Tyranid deck he has and play Tyr on Thursday,
I don't want to play Tyr.
Oh, boy,
I don't want to be...
bad at... Ooh,
I'm not part...
It's real bad at Dream Wizard right now.
I bet. I'm not part... I don't want to be part of Cancer. I've always chosen to not be part of Cancer. I'll continue to choose to not be part of Cancer.
How bad it was. Last Thursday, by round 2, table 1 through 6...
Yeah, was all Ishizu Tyr?
Except for one Exorcister player. Table 7.
Why was the Exorcister player allowed to get that far? Was it a fucking charity?
D-Shifter's a good card, If I ever saw D-Shifter, I win.
Okay, alright, sure.
And then a Jack, table 7 through 13, everything else is how he described it.
That's how I feel about why I play Darklaw right now, because it's just like, it's D-Shifter, but at least it's fucking fair? Question mark.
Oh, you just play D-Shifter and Heroes,
oh god. Yeah, I too like to chop off my leg. You know what? Speaking of Heroes, hey, Ollie's here to fucking take care of his girlfriend. His slug girlfriend. And luckily we have a convenient new morpher. Solon pops these things out so easily.
She's ready. She knows. She knows this.
Is it the morpher? No. What got blown up was her communicator, right?
No, they said it's the because the communicator turns into a morpher, and Izzy says, "Here's a new morpher." I want to say it was who was it that lost their morpher before? Was it Javi or Zato? Somebody got a morpher destroyed before.
Ion? No. He left his morpher in his bag.
Yeah, that's true. He did. I don't remember who it was, but it was like this is 2 times that they've made 2 different, two new morphers, and
do you think at some point Sola just surplus it? Like, ooh, hey, like when she's building ones,
I'm gonna build some backups. Yeah.
I feel like she built backups because she knows this is stupid.
I mean, I guess in theory, right, the morphers only work because they're attached to the grid. It only works for the specific person. But it feels like once you get a morpher, you get attached to the grid, and then you can use other morphers. But, you could arm the whole country of New Zealand, America with, morphers.
They won't do shit.
Well, I feel like then that's when we start getting our purples, our orange, our teal Rangers.
I think that's actually a plotline in the comic books. They actually tried to do that. Didn't work out, by the way. Just let you know.
Oh, arming the citizens didn't work out? Fuck.
Yeah. I think that was an actual plotline. Oh. And so anyway, hey, look, they beat up Slater. Like, oh, hey, they tell him to
murdering him.
Yeah. But he's like, uh-oh, hey, I want to live, you know? I'm not like Mucus, who's an idiot and touches stuff.
I choose life.
Yeah, like, bye, I'll survive, you know? Right?
Yeah.
Unlike Mucus, I will survive, you know? But I need to survive to the next generation, right?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, man, I love Slater as a character. He's just like, hey, look, I'm leaving, bye. Yeah, so anyway, look, they find the evil hidden base, and then fucking, apparently Void Knight just never threw away...
Void King
never threw anything away. He's just a hoarder. He kept like, boy, I can't open this stupid safe. I'll just leave it under here, you know, right?
Yeah. He didn't deal with the stupid safe. He didn't clean up after Mucus's goo. Just hanging around there. And then also, his master plan when he sees the Rangers is to take Amelia's stun net gun and blast only one Ranger with it because... Sure, that was necessary.
It's a good thing he knew what that was.
I mean, did he? Yeah, did he think it was a fucking
actual laser?
Yeah, did he think it was gonna do something and then realize that it didn't, and then just went, "Fuck it, use my sword."
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Also, apparently, her net gun can fucking create electric current.
Well, yeah, we already knew that. It did that. It did that day one when she shot Ollie.
Yeah, but it wasn't as intense, right?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. She
That's how to catch a man.
Yeah, she caught her man.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
she got pop up in this room, especially in his radiation suit.
Wait, what about Pop Up in his room? In the room?
In this room.
This is not Pop Up.
Oh, so is it just we're actually putting Amelia?
No. So no. So this the flashback we see is the spaceship whirring, the spaceship fucking falling, crashing and shit. This person that, they're talking to, saying, we were here to just scavenge. And then she goes, and then the person, this is some woman going, you live here now, bitch.
Oh, so that's why Pop got the outfit. He just stole it.
It puts the lotion on the skin. I mean...
Some people steal pens, pencils, and staplers.
1, 2, 3.
Other people just steal nuclear suits.
Let's see, hold on. Radiation...
Oh, I'm rewatching this season. There's a scene where Tariq, does the jailhouse thing. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna count the days. They've been there for 72 days apparently. So that means within the last 72 days, right?
Yep. I can. Yeah, Pop Up didn't have to steal shit. Pop Up didn't have to steal a goddamn thing.
You're gonna say Pop Up Forest because it looks like that.
Oh yeah, I mean he probably got the same brand. He knew what they were dealing with.
Oh what? Jesus Christ, that is a triple.
Don't worry.
Suit.
Hold on.
Does it come with 2 suits?
I got
one suit
here. Well, that's the premium one. Here's the one for if you just want to roll the dice.
Oh yeah,
specifically in yellow.
Sure. Yeah, let's find out.
I'm pretty sure it exists.
Or orange, whatever.
That was very easy.
Yeah.
Yep. I find it. Oh yeah, look.
I can buy it at Walmart.
Oh man, now you can.
Although I don't know if these are Halloween costumes or because it shows Walter White.
You know.
Oh man.
Anyways.
Oh, there we go.
Alien people live here. Sorry they.
Yeah. Look, they imprison the aliens and they don't separate them or do any. I guess they did their tests on them and they said, all right, you could be in your little cell together, you know. Right, we've done our illegal experiments on you.
Your wife, and your newborn infant daughter can all stay in this prison cell.
Yeah, you would think that they would have taken the baby and done way more experiments.
I assume that partially because, like, this is fucking Power Rangers, like, logically, it's like, we are, like, people, we understand that, like, it's your baby, please keep your baby.
I guess.
But I also feel like it was, like, a terms and conditions of, like, if you let us test you and do stuff, you can
I mean, I do feel like it was that. It was like, yeah, it's like it's either you or your baby. So like, we'll let you get to keep your baby, but you guys have to be submissive.
I feel like it's just overall one of you at a time.
Yeah.
So anyway, look, they give up the baby.
Yeah. Well, hold on. They give up the baby. I just want to say, in the greatest moment in this entire series, the flashback, where we see Centaura and Tariq give up their baby to Pop-Up, which already is batshit crazy.
Throw a hole in the wall.
Look, he's just a janitor.
The building starts to collapse, things are rumbling all over the place, and then a stray rock/piece of the ceiling falls and bonks Centaura on the head. And she goes out like a light, like just donk, and she just falls. That's
her origin story. This is the cause.
Yeah, she's actually got brain damage. Like, it's so telegraphed and like clearly, or I guess choreographed, that it's just like, oh, that looks really stupid.
Also,
right.
So realizing
I would have liked it better if she had memory loss or something, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I think it just made her upset.
Yeah, she just got real angry.
So, right, like they remember, but she has like memories of having, but she has like right, you know what I'm saying? Like she lost her memory of the child, but she's like,
again,
did I have a child? You know, and then she fills in the void. Well, no, the void was the parents Amelia never had along the way. But like.
I was gonna say this is all Tariq's fault for just being like, there's no way she could have survived that.
I mean, yeah.
If he hadn't said that, if he had like...
But she's, like, it's also...
I trust that man.
I mean, it's... No, you know what it is? It's Tariq's...
bullshit.
Again, following the flashback, it's Tariq's fault because he's a Ravkonian. He went through all this shit, kept fighting the Rangers, and never recognized that, like, they were using Ravkonian technology, the sporks, like, because, as we heard from Aurea, right, the Ravkon Knights were legendary. Thought to be a myth, but legendary none the same, and they know for a fact that the reason why Ravkon had to be left was because of the sporks. So, he should have known that something was up with the sporks, and shouldn't have been like, I'm gonna take these fucking radioactive monsters that could destroy this earth and fucking shove them into my machine to fucking juice up my...
But that was because it's like, okay, power source. Power source gives me my wife. Wife back equals better. Not as pissed.
I guess it's just like... Upon finding the base and finding, like, looking for an energy source, Tariq chose violence.
Yeah.
Actively chose violence. when
and
it was like
her into violence, which was even more violent.
Right,
and,
like
yeah, it's all his fault.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. It's even more of why I'm saying it's his fault, because he's so dumb, and he just like walked in and was like, well, clearly, even though I'm wearing Rafcon Knight armor, and the Rangers are legendarily Rafcon Knights, and now they are here, I am choosing instead, rather than try and go, oh wait, hold on, you're Zato?
That's oddly familiar, you know?
I'm
have the sword and the suit.
Yeah, you have technology that I know. I'm from there too.
He's been imbued with too much hatred.
Like, he's literally another refugee just like Zato.
Yeah.
And instead of going like,
hey, we should work together, because
he chooses slug-on-slug violence.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Jesus Christ, this isn't the SLUG-WIRE.
Also, apparently, Area 62 just fucking had Ravcon technology hidden in their base.
Well, I assume that they stole it from either the Stonehead, or Dino Hedge, whatever thing, or
significantly when their aircraft, shipcraft.
Yeah, and then they took stuff
landed,
from him.
Like, is that where they got him? It was really confusing where they found, like, he just randomly opens up a case, like, oh, sweet. Well,
yeah,
cool,
hey, this Area 62 chest that has a bunch of fucking weapons and stuff. I do like also that he put a stupid chain around this, like, military jacket that he stole.
Under his arm, around his arm.
Yeah. Which is just
like, he wants to look cool. He's like, oh man, they left behind this. They left behind these cool clothing.
How else will it keep his wallet safe?
Right. But I'm rewatching this scene. There's a morpher inside the fucking
Yeah, it's because because he had to have a morpher to also turn into Void. He's the Void Ranger.
Because for some reason there's a weird link between Rafconian Knights and the Rangers.
Yeah, I don't think he was just transforming with the power. I mean,
because
actually,
his
no.
outfit is kind of Ranger-like.
Well, no, it's always been Ranger-like, but I just realized.
So I think it's still linked to that.
I wonder.
Even if it's
okay, do you know in Ryu Soldier if the Magikarp? Do you know if in Ryu Soldier where if the purple Sentai Ryu Soldier whatever like is ever not in that armor?
So
like just in a regular.
He was part of the same tribe as the other Ryu Soldier, right? Until you went like, oh boy, hey, I don't like your traditions. I don't like your fucking rules. Fuck your rules. I'm keeping my sword, you know, and I'm taking the armor with me, okay? Fuck your tribalistic rules, you know, right?
But he's never like just in the suit like the other like Rangers.
Yes. And then towards the end of the series, he realized the errors of his way, and he gets a new suit. They just repainted it brown. And he's a brown ranger.
Oh, that's the brown ranger.
My book says that happens.
Well, I was really hoping.
Maybe purple.
I was still saying I hope the brown ranger is so long. But this is like that was like way back when we were trying to find the parallels of this. Anyway, point is.
Yeah, but anyway, it took 22 years for Tariq
it took 22 years for Tariq to get off his ass and figure shit out. I'm just saying.
Pop almost dying.
Yeah.
They can get him to say shit.
I'm just saying that. Actually, there's a good point there about the Morpher, because when Tariq gives up the Dino Knight claw thing, he can't transform anymore. He doesn't transform into, like Zeta would be of, like, not Night form Red Ranger. He doesn't become not Night form Purple Ranger. He just becomes not able to transform.
Yeah.
So, Tariq might even be stupider than we thought, because he went... Oh, cool. This big fucking, like, claw thing. That works. Ooh, this sword thing. That works. What's this weird chompy like, dinosaur, like, watch? I'm not going to use that. So, could be a perfectly, again, there's a lot of morphers. There's a lot of morphers. I'm just saying, there's a lot of morphers all over the place. There's a perfectly acceptable morpher just lying around Area 62.
Oh, and he just went. Now that you right there, there actually is technically not by that.
Yeah. So if he was just using the Knight armor thing, there's a perfectly acceptable, like, power source to transform into what I would presume to be a purple Dino Fury Ranger.
Instead night.
And it's without night powers, and he's just gone, it's night or nothing. Like, that's it.
I am the night.
Oh god, no. He's the
Batman.
No. Kevin Conroy says no.
But yeah, hey, look, the memory breaks free and he remembers.
Yeah, the power of familial love frees Tariq from his
It's just a
voidy
familial
prison.
wrestling match. You don't do that with your families? To remember things?
First of all,
Like your parents. You don't wrestle your parents.
well,
Emilio wrestled your parent.
I mean, it's true, she did. What are you doing, Space Daddy? Why are you hitting me with that net?
What are you doing, Space Baby?
Why are you Oh, you're my little space baby. Ooh, space baby, get in the net. You're captured. I caught you.
I spent my whole life searching for you, you fuckers.
Yeah.
That's just what we get.
Again,
Yeah.
I feel like Tariq should have been able to immediately recognize something was up because of... Again, if his fucking problem was with Earthlings, he shouldn't have had a problem with the Rangers. Because he should have assumed that they were Ravcon. Like...
I don't think he had as much of an issue. It's more his wife had an issue, and he had to go about...
But I'm saying
protecting
before
her.
he got to reviving her, before he got to the point of even reviving her, he fucked up.
Yeah,
He
stupid.
fucked
Right,
up.
right, because he wasn't mentally unhinged at any point.
Yeah.
Right? Only Santara was mentally unhinged.
I
right,
mean,
after
to
she
be
got
fair, he
bonked in the head.
probably was mentally unhinged for, like, 20-some-odd years of just, like, staying out in an abandoned military facility by
never
himself.
leaving it, right?
Yeah.
Like, boy, hey, man, maybe I should look for an actual power source to save my dead wife instead of just rummaging around this fucking base and that.
Yeah, instead of rummaging around and continuously trying to fill up this jar with translucent fluid.
Right? I should actively go out and see, does the outside world have an energy source, right?
Yeah. Perhaps something actually radioactive.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, hey, look, the cocoon's gonna burst. Uh-oh, it's gonna blow. It's like a little pimple. You're gonna poke it and everything. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the end of this episode. I think it was a good episode for story reason, right?
Look, these last two episodes
are the best episodes.
Are the best episodes. It's just
in my opinion.
really frustrating that they saved all of this for the end, and I think shows some of the faults of this show because it could have spread this out in a more metered thing to keep people hooked. Instead, it just kind of gave this bland fucking, like, majority of a season of a show, and then just went
supposed to be 4 kids,
and then just went.
Like,
here's the ending.
But
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
those kids in the age range of watching this are just like, yeah, next episode, woo.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a kid, and
if you think about it, you go, what the fuck is happening?
if I was a kid and I watched the rest of this show and then the last 2 episodes, I'd be very confused about where I was right now.
Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, imagine being a kid who's just watching shit on, like, TV, and, like, the order of things playing is all fucked up, and it just takes you from, like, the 3rd episode to, like, this.
Look,
Oh yeah.
I
They only
yes.
premiered 12
Hey,
episodes at once.
you know what? As someone who didn't get to watch TV during the week, but got to watch it Fridays and Saturdays when he got home from school. Yeah, there's going to be some missing holes. So what if I missed most of why Rurouni Kenshin is going to Kyoto right now? Or why we're on this weird planet with all these Piccolos, okay, in Dragon Ball Z. Sometimes that has to happen. That's part of growing up. You snowflakes. Okay? You slug flakes.
Well, the world wasn't fair and streaming wasn't a thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Toonami's
no
still
order.
the best.
There's no order to anything.
Yeah.
It was all chaos.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. Boy. Wonder what'll happen on the next episode. Let's find out.
Next, the season finale, right? Well, let's tune in next week for the season finale of this season.
Yeah.
So, we're done.
Yep.
All right, is that this week's episode?
I believe so.
All right, coronavirus is still a thing. Watch us wear a mask. Get your shots. Boosters a thing now. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye.